Hi, I'm Mike Lehman with Fortress. This is Adam Hall. Adam is a new investor with Fortress, as well as just a new investor overall. And we want to talk to Adam just a little bit about what his experience has been and what his background's been in getting involved in real estate. Adam, could you maybe be kind enough to just tell us a little bit about what have you done to educate yourself in real estate, and how long have you kind of been in real estate, and where'd you come from?
Coming from the corporate world, and I've been trying to learn about real estate. I went to all this wanting to get my license, but that's great for background information, but it doesn't really teach you how to be an investor.
And
I've been going.
You prefer to be an investor as opposed to a realtor?
Yes, yes. I don't want to be the quintessential lead chasing, script running agent. I want to do my own investing, and I've been reading some books on investing. I've been going to some seminars, some through Donald Trump, some through Robert Kiyosaki. Some of the books that Robert Kiyosaki has written, Rich Dad Poor Dad, which I'm sure most people know about, which I would have read like 10 years ago. It's great stuff. It really talks about how you think.
It really does.
You have to. Part of being an investor is not just being able to crunch numbers, but also to know how to think about the whole situation.
It's a paradigm shift,
yes,
isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
And a whole entrepreneurial twist to it. And I think that's the difference. People that get that sometimes aren't satisfied being, not just realtors, but if you're just doing listings. You want to do a deal. You want to, take it to the next level. And it sounds like that's where you're at.
Absolutely.
And you've spent some money on these seminars. They're not cheap, I don't believe.
No, they're not. You have to invest in yourself, in education, and
yeah. Now, did they give you? You felt that they gave you what you needed to get started, or at least gave you the ability or the desire to learn more? What do you think was good with them, and what do you think maybe held you back?
The ones that I went to were very good. I felt that I got my money's worth. They were very good value. They were very helpful in showing me what's possible, and I'm not sure how to word it, but it's just seeing what you can do. They weren't so much into an actual deal per se. It was more of like an overview kind of. They weren't going to hold your hand and walk you through a process, but they would show you what's possible, and kind of some of the pitfalls and do's and don'ts. And it's kind of like, I don't know, maybe getting an engineering degree, but that doesn't necessarily teach you how to build anything.
Yeah, sure,
that kind of a thing,
Okay, so you had that background now, and fairly recently, and then you decided to go out and get started and look for potential deals, right? What brought you to us?
Actually,
how did you find us?
I got a request through a Facebook friend or something. I think I clicked into a group somewhere, and one of those members, I think it was you, or Sean, Terry, whatever.
That's me.
Sean behind the camera.
Sean, first name Terry. Yeah. I think it was from you, and it was basically a solicitation to join your group, and I'm like, oh, hey, why not? So I clicked in there, and there was some houses, for being offered, and one of them was absolutely just exactly the type of deal that I needed to get started. I've been looking at some other deals in other places, and most of them are going to be kind of a stretch for me in my situation, but this one it was almost like karma or the good man upstairs saying, here you go. There was like a light shining right on it. Like, it's exactly, it was easy to do price-wise. It was within my time frame. It was 4 miles from my house instead of out of state. Yeah. It was just like, it was perfect.
That particular one, I think, just seller financing.
And seller financing, which helps. And you guys have been great to work with. I was a little hesitant, or just because you meet people over the internet, and there's all kinds of people, and not all of them are good characters, So I always have, anytime I meet someone brand new, I'm always a little bit hesitant, especially when there's a large sum of money involved. There's lots of zeros behind some of these deals, And you guys have been great to work with. You respond fast, you're friendly, you volunteer information. It's like I feel completely comfortable after we walk through that first house that you guys would be good to deal with, and I would absolutely love to do more deals with you guys. So I'm looking forward to it.
Well, we've just, Adam has just purchased that house today. We just came from the closing this morning. We're in the
first one ever. Yay.
First one ever, yes. And that one, you're buying for $37,500. And you think that the repairs are going to cost you about roughly how much?
About $7,000.
About 7,000 repairs, and then you're gonna have some, some carrying costs and some utilities. So
Right.
you might be into between 45 and 50,000 by the time you have it sold.
Right.
And what do you based on the MLS and what the competitors are out? If you price yourself a little bit below them to get a fairly quick sale, what are you thinking you need to be at?
I'm hoping to, if I do a fast sale, hoping for 75, maybe 80, somewhere in there.
Okay, so backing off realtors, commissions, everything, you'd probably be left with maybe close to 70 of net proceeds, and you're into it for 50, so could be a 20,
About
maybe
20,
more.
yeah, about 20 before taxes, yeah.
Not bad for a first deal, huh?
No, not at all. If I can do one of those a month or one of those every other month, I'd be making a good living, you know.
Absolutely. Okay.
So-
Great. And the seller financing on this particular deal might allow you to leverage a little bit more too.
Possibly,
into
yeah.
another deal. Yeah. Well, great. And part of the services that we've offered to give Adam, because it's his first deal and he's coming through us, is we're going to help him with as much consulting as we can, kind of some free consulting, and just help him steer him towards some of our contractors that we recommend.
That's been great too. Just I don't have to go to the yellow pages and start pulling people at random. You have people that you trust and that know will treat me good and not take advantage of the fact that I'm new and still learning.
Sure.
And that's a great help to me too.
And at no point do you have to use any people
No.
recommended. But you've got a guy who can do AC, great. Use your guy that does AC.
Right.
But if you want to tap into our guys, we're happy. We have an open Rolodex so you can tap into.
And that's something I appreciate. I do, because it's help. It's one of those background things that you don't think about, until you're right there in that moment. And it's like, oh shoot,
Yeah.
who do I call for?
Well, this is well, I appreciate that, and thanks for taking some time with us. This has got to be probably part one of maybe a several-part series, because we expect that maybe in a few months after Adam's sold this one, we'll have him back here, and he'll probably be a repeat investor with us, and we'll have a success story hopefully to share with you, and then additional properties coming down the line as well. So, Adam, again, thanks for diving in, not having the guts to do it, because a lot of people get the education and maybe they don't jump in.
It's hard to sign that first contract, when you really pull the trigger, and you're like, it's the first one. It kind of makes you go, do I really trust these guys? Do I really know what I'm doing?
But some people get that paralysis action, and you did. Obviously you have to think about it, but you did move quickly. Then once you saw it, you kind of felt like this was the one for you, and you moved fast. You got the contract before anyone else was able to send it back in. You got it back in, and then you very quickly did what you had to do to line up the money and get on into the closing. So it's only been about a week or so since we got the contract, and you've gone and funded it. You had to move some money around.
That week was waiting on me to get the money from an IRA. So
that's right.
So.
That's right. He's not giving himself enough credit. He has moved very quickly, and he's been great to deal with. So thanks again, Adam, and we'll look forward to seeing you on the other side.
All right.
Bye. Thank you.